All right, vloggers, continuation. Just finished up. It is like 10 to 1. That's 5 to 2, sorry. 5 to 2. And we are going to go over to the transmission place, and that will be the deciding vote. So let's go. Hey guys, so after I started talking to you and then I did a little time lapse of me traveling, I came over to a transmission place and basically kind of came to the conclusion that, you know, if I get the transmission rebuilt and the solenoid replaced and all that stuff, it would probably cost around $3,500. So I understand a lot of people are like, no, don't put any more money into it and blah, blah, blah. But I keep saying this over and over and over again, that this is a production vehicle and I use it to make money. I don't need it for transportation. I need it to make money. So buying I have literally gone up and down many websites on used cars and stuff. And a part of me really wants one of those GMC Savannah, I believe it's called, or I don't know, I can't remember what it's called, but basically the cargo van. But like anything under $20,000 is, you know, a piece of shit. So like you don't want to spend a lot of money, and then of course you're buying somebody else's problem. So a person's traded that car in, probably because it doesn't work very well anymore and they want to get rid of it, and so they get a new van or a newer van and they give that to the dealership, and the dealership or whoever, you know, tweaks it and gets it back to kind of running order, and then some schmuck like me comes along and buys it, and then now I've got to deal with all those problems. Again, used dealerships and stuff only have a very short guarantee for a reason. That's again another reason why a lot of people like to buy new, because then they have, you know, 100,000 kilometer warranty and blah blah blah, and I get it, it makes sense. But now you've got this huge car payment, possibly, right? Not possibly. I think a brand new GMC stretched out over, I don't know, 5 years. I can't remember. I don't have the paper with me, so we just kind of priced it out just to give me an idea. It was like $1,100 a month. So, you know, you could buy a brand new GMC cargo van. I know you guys probably wouldn't agree with buying a brand new panel van and decking it out. It's always probably best to buy a 2 or 3 year old car for that whole depreciation thing. But again, you want to make sure that it was never in a car accident. You want to make sure that the person who had it before you took care of it and, you know, did rust proofing and all that stuff. You know, let's say I did go down that road and bought a brand new GMC thing for $1,100 a month. You know, the transmission place said if we rebuilt it and it would cost $3,500, you know, I only have to pay off the $3,500. But if I bought a brand new van, I have 5 years trying to pay off this van for $1,100 a month. So basically 3 months goes by and there's your $3,300. Sorry about that. That was Paul. He just called to have a little chat, and I told him that where I was and what I was doing, and he's like, oh, we'll have to try what he found out. So there was a guy who had the exact same scenario happening to him, where it would go into limp mode. You know, if you stop the car, shut it off, turn it back on, put it into gear, then you'd get his full range of gears again. So to try and fix this, he was a mechanic, and so he changed out the solenoid. He did a whole bunch of like things to the transmission to help fix the problem, but none of the things he did fix the problem. And then from whatever reason, he took off the wiring harness and sprayed electrical contact spray, I think it's called. Basically cleaning all the electrical contacts in the wiring harness thing that is attached to possibly the firewall. So Paul looked up a video, and the guy, because I explained everything to Paul exactly what was happening with this vehicle, he found a video of a guy explaining the exact same thing that happened to his vehicle, and he went through all these different procedures to try and fix the problem, and the thing that actually fixed the problem was the contact thing. So I'm not sure what I've told you when I first started the camera. I'm this loopy brain right now. So the mechanic at the transmission place, he looked at it and noticed that there's a new computer in here. I didn't put a new computer in it. I don't recall ever putting a new computer in this thing, but they seem to think that's where the problem is. So adding that and Paul's solution together makes me want to try it. So Paul's going to come up tomorrow or Sunday. I'm right behind a garbage truck. How that happened? Oh, now he's waving me around. Okay, now we're good to go. So we're going to attempt to do that. Hopefully it's not raining tomorrow or Sunday. And the Leafs are still in it. They're such a good game. I just told Paul, I go, watching the third period was like watching the Leafs try to kill a 20-minute penalty. So that's what it felt like, because they were just basically working their hardest to not let Boston get a goal in, and Boston came so close so many times. I love Wall. He is an amazing goalie. I'm not sure what his stats are or whatever compared to our other goalie, but whenever I see Wall play, he just does such a good job, and I kind of want him to be our main goalie. But I'm sure you guys who know hockey way better than I do might have some other opinions about that, so let me know in the comments below. So there you go, people. Another day, another big question mark on what we should do. So right now I'm not in limp mode, and I'm doing 60, and I've got like 1,000 RPMs going, and so, you know, if it is that electrical thing, then we're golden. That would be amazing. Spending zero money on this vehicle would be really nice, instead of $3,500. Or buying a new vehicle, or even an expensive used vehicle. I don't want to do that right now. Well, I just wanted to touch base with you guys today and let you know what's going on. And I have to get home now and continue editing like crazy. I shot about 4 hours of footage at the Dollar Tree, and lots of cameras, lots of footage. Got to compile it all together, start trimming out all the fat, and then go back in and just start tightening everything up. It'll probably be a two-parter, because I really don't want to take out a lot of the food stuff, and I tried a lot of food. That's the main reason why I shot so much footage, is because when I went in there, like the first time I went in there, I just bought a whole basket full of food, and it turned into like a mukbang almost, food extravaganza.